Oh my god, can you hear me now? Classic moron. Can you hear it now? Alright. Hey, Spartan7, how are you, mate? Can hear? Brilliant. Let me know if you guys are coming in from Twitch or YouTube, by the way. I'm just trying to make sure that the chat is universal, just to make sure that I'm not missing anything, because I definitely don't want to do that, boys and girls. Hey, Shalasta, how are you, man? Nimeshi, what's going on? Twitch. Wolverthor is losing your mind. What are you losing your mind about now? Is this COVID related, or is this Red Star rework and they haven't fixed it properly? Twitch. I think it's going to be the usual Twitch crew, right? Hey, if we're going to kill people from YouTube, you beauty. What's going on? What up, Spartan? Slim, Avenger, Evil, Stephen, Spartan7, Tiger Schultz, all the boys in his house. How's everyone going today, man? Red Stars, raids on 100%. You got 100% raids now? Definitely. I have faith in you. I believe in you. You can do it. You send pecs to me to check them out? If these are nudes again, I'm going to be very upset. I do not have pictures from you. Wait, yes I do. Okay, I'll check this out in a little while, man. But yeah, it definitely sounds weird. It's like if everything hasn't come through, that's for sure. Got a bit annoyed. Used 5,006 red tickets yesterday. Got a dupe Okoye. Oh, dude, that's rough. I mean, Okoye is probably one of the ones that you do want from Wakanda, but it's Wakanda. Like, I mean, we don't need Wakanda forever. I don't think I'm seeing YouTube chat. Do you know what? I had a feeling that was going to be the case. So thank you for letting me know that. I'm going to bring that up right now in a separate window, just to make sure I'm not missing all the peeps. All right. Hey, old man Logan, how are you, mate? Doing great in Ultima 7 today. Ran all the bosses. Currently a green thumb with 8 hours to go. Dude, that's rad. That's really good. James Red, thank you very much for a $5 donation, man. That's really appreciated, my dude. Oh, she was a dude, already had it 6 reds. Even still, man, that's super rough. And they didn't transfer everything through to you, huh? Rough. All right. So, boys and girls, apologies that I can't seem to see everyone's chat in the one browser, which is what I was hoping would happen. I'm going to have to address this during the week. That's okay. So if you see my eyes going rapidly left to right, don't worry. I'm not having some sort of REM event. It means I'm bouncing between 2 chats. So bear with me, my dudes, but we're going to get through this. Judas, thank you very much. Bartman, what is going on, champ? All right, so let me catch up on this YouTube chat. So, $5 donation, man. Let's not do that. All right, so to Lucifer, Scott, Garrett, Edward Dixon, Piker, I know that guy, Jonathan Musashi, Buster Move, Lucifer, Ed, Garrett, Bartman, of course, Trey Buster, we've seen Elise, Devon Roar, and Schmeevel Flurkenstein. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much for showing up for this first multi-stream. I had no doubt that there was going to be technical issues, so we'll see where this ends as we go. Thanks for your patience. So Pops asks, how about that increase to 6 red elite credits? Yeah, I mean, you're getting the income simultaneously, though. So, I mean, even though you are getting 20 times the cost, we will be getting 20 times the amount of tokens going forward. So that part does balance. I can't fault them for that. There's quite a few other things I can fault them for, of course, but that's not one of them. That's not too bad. All right, let's get into some gameplay, shall we? Let me just put these from one to the next so I can see all of the things. Lucifer says, don't like the promotion credit price upgrades. Left the cost of 5 upgrade to reduce how many you get. Yeah, I mean, we knew there was going to be not everything that they said coming to fruition, right? I think we all knew that it wasn't going to be the picture that they'd painted. That's just the way it works with these guys. Afternoon, Terrence. How are you, my man? All right, let's use our last attempt. I got knocked back to 12th before it was all said and done. Cyclops team with a 6 red. I'm willing to bet that I lose against this, but let's give it a go anyway. Jonathan Collier asks, is Black Bolt worth taking from 4 to 6 reds if you can? Absolutely, man. Look, I'm advising most people right now, I'd say wait until more, but unfortunately with more now, we're not going to be able to upgrade him because with the new system, when characters are new, including legendaries, you're not going to be able to upgrade them of your own volition because they're not going to appear in that red credit store. So you're going to have to wait for that one, unfortunately. So Black Bolt is an awesome character, though. He's performing well everywhere, my man. Cyclops is great for causing instant mayhem in Arena. Dude, you are not wrong. He has been making my face melt this week. There's so many people who've got their Cyclops up with the last couple of offers for the 2 weeks. But yeah, it's not looking good. OMG pulled a 6-star Thor last night. Man, I'm jelly. I've only got 3 red stars. 2 of them are amazing. One I had to sort of use my upgrade credits for, which was Black Bolt. Hela is the best one I pulled. And then, yeah, Merc Sniper, which is pretty rough. So yeah, Jonathan, I definitely think about it, man. He's really good. Don't kill the Phoenix. Don't kill the Phoenix. What I really wanted to do was to try and get a disrupt out on the Cyclops early, because now they're going to murder most likely my Hela, and then this is over. Red Prime just got your alliance to Ultima 760 and 100% on Greeks. Man, that's awesome. Congratulations. I think for a lot of people who are on the cusp of endgame, this Red Star rework is going to be awesome. So Lucifer, Legendary is going to be different. So the word that we have so far, and it's not official, but it's kind of from indirect official, if you will, as in people who tend to get leaks. They're saying that Legendaries, what they're planning on doing is every second or third appearance, not the first, that you'll be able to buy your upgrades from there. I don't know if it's true. I kind of hope it's not. I'd love to be able to get a Legendary with voluntary out of the gate. Yeah, this is going to be a disaster, this run. I knew it before we clicked on it. JT, how are you, man? Big Spartan said he pulled a 6 red and they legitimately said opening red star orbs is fun. I don't know what that feels like. For me, it's always just garbage, man. Terrence says, have I seen the Colossus offer for $2.99? Not only have I seen it, my man, I bought it the second that I could. Because, yeah, he's one of the characters I haven't finished. And this is where we die, folks. We're not going to live through this. We're not going to make it. This has ruined me financially. Amazing. You just spent $1,000,008 on what, JT? Let's just play this on order. It's going to be a loss. Lala knows. How are you, man? Not much on my side. I've been trapped in my house for like 4.5 weeks. Works crazy, though. But yeah, I'm doing well. BC Disp, one of my thoughts on the stealth increase cost. So not everything was increased. I mean, there were some things where the value is definitely better, like the 7 red stars, for example. But there's a lot of things that don't add up. The 5 red stars is probably the most notorious there. But yeah, it is what it is. Jonathan, true, but to save up enough silver promo credits to get Black Bolt where you could use the gold, he'd be only second run, which is when he'd be farmable. Offer more, you mean? Yeah, I mean, fair play. The thing is, we don't know right now whether we're going to need more at high reds. He seems like one of those characters that, because his kit's mainly based on turn meter and, rewind, what is he doing? He's doing debuffs, he's doing leeches. He doesn't seem like he needs high reds, so someone like Black Bolt, however, you definitely want high reds if you can get them. All right, let's see how far we can push in Ultima 7 today, shall we? Hey Chew, who do I think are the best Verve characters for DD3? I think that's going to be Black Bolt, Hela, Minerva, Colossus, and Phoenix, my man. Scooter, what was my overall jump in TCP? It was about 500,000. So I went from just under 6 to just over 6. Scott Harden pulled a 7 red star Captain Marvel. My man, that is a wonderful pull. Congratulations. I'm very jealous. I don't know what that feels like. All right, let's resurrect some of this. Let's put Hela back in so we can keep rolling. There we go. All right, you guys get to see the continuation of the video I just put up on YouTube, because I literally filmed that, rushed it out, got the podcast out, now I'm here. So I'm going to fall down hard after I finally get to bed. I had work, then this, then bed. Red Prime is set for Black Bolt unlock. Congrats, man. Spartan, am I leaning towards 1 toon to 5 reds or 3 toons to 4 reds? I think 1 to 5. I think whatever it is, I'm going to start taking forward in raids. If I'm going to change some of my raid toons, I'm going to get some of them up for survivability. Then again, I might do it for Black or... Oh, no, I can't, because you can't target it. Yeah. JT bets there's no music coming forward. So that's one of the downsides of a multi-stream, is that when it comes to YouTube, they do not play with copyright. Whereas when it comes to Twitch, with live streams, you're allowed to use open source music. Here's a little bit different. I'm having a look at a couple of different sites at the moment where we can get some very generic music playing in the background. But unfortunately, yeah, that's not going to happen. Spartan says I can use it on Thanos. That might be the plan. Zayas1, I hope I've said that correct. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. 2 months in a row, that's awesome, man. So how's everyone doing today? Getting towards the end of the week. I know every day kind of feels the same at the moment though, right? But how's everyone doing out there? Are you loving the Red Star rework? Is it letting you down? Where are you sitting on it? What's the barometer of the peoples? Russ Branyan, how are you, champ? It was Zayas1? Awesome. It was 50-50, right? It could have been like one of those names from, what's that show that my wife is always watching? Drag Race, the one where, yeah, we're always like, yes. Personally dislike YouTube streams due to its chat module. Yeah, it's not linking in with the stuff that I've got. And I'm actually watching this huge lag between the two different chats as well. So Twitch is way ahead of where YouTube is as we speak also. I'm going to have to start focusing on this run if we're going to finish this. 2 minutes means I've been talking way too much. How do I feel about the adjustment to the conversion rates? Some of it good, some of it bad. I think there's more good than bad there. But yeah, there's some concerns I have that I need to wait until I open some things before I actually get excited or get pissed off. But leave it with me. Once the Corvus packs drop and we get his bonus, oh man, I really want to do that. Yeah, we're not going to get through this node now. We could pop this. It is early though for that because we didn't have the debuffs down on them. 7 Red Star Shield Assault Turrets. Man, that is awesome, Paul. He was one of the characters I took into DD2 initially. There's nothing to see wrong with him. Michael Chatter says, great to see me on YouTube. ChewTube. How has no one said that to me before? Welcome back to my ChewTube channel. Is it too arrogant to say it like that, though? I feel like I've named so many things after myself now. All right, now this is where we fall apart. Because, yeah, Scientist Supreme is down. I think we just call this one a day. We've got a 100% attempt coming tomorrow. This was just far too much jibber jabber from yours truly. Believe this will affect Blitz predictions. It'll be higher. Yeah, because obviously as everyone's TCP inflates, there'll be a natural increase. But I think it'll be a pretty logical way of predicting it because everyone's TCP should have gone up by a relatively similar amount. Lucifer says, I love it. The ChewTube. I mean, we've already got the Tuesday stream, which is normally where I shamelessly shill and ask for donations, but we missed that one this week. Scooter, so we'll see Chew on ChewTube on Tuesday? Maybe. All right. Let's just chip some of this down so that way the guys that are running through behind me can have a crack at this. Because, yeah, there's no point spending cores when we're going to have to go big tomorrow. All right, so that node, I'm going to have to change a little bit with my team approach for tomorrow, methinks. 3Vern, the Thursday stream? That's more if my name was Cthulhu, I reckon. That'd fit way better. Evil says the 7 orb to gold tokens looks really bad to you. 7 orb to gold tokens. What do you mean, mate? It's cheaper to go from, well, the jump in cost between 5 to 6 to 6 to 7 is nowhere near as big as I thought. Grim, how are you, man? BC Discman, do you think Fox Next will ever bring Gateway into the game for the X-Men? Do you think he's a banned character during Fox Next being so racist towards Australians? That's a great question, and I think it's one that we should be having at a very high level right now. There needs to be more Australian characters in this game. They need to stop the game's inherent racism towards Australians. So that comment that I made in those podcasts, Discman, do you know what that's relating to? Do you know why Australians get screwed in this game? A lot of people don't know what I'm referencing when I say that. Sen Raven rating was 17. How are you, buddy? Thank you very much. William Kimball, the Cthulhu scream. Man, this would be the last stream you will ever watch. Resets, yeah. Because they like to be down under. That's true too. Yeah, time zone affecting the challenges. So what happens is we get this on the final day, which you guys do as well, but we don't get it on the first day, which means you guys have like a couple of hours where you can pile on like 4 million, man. And then, yeah, the rest of us in Australia are like, meh, I didn't get any Blitz tokens, meh. And then Fox Next goes, yeah, but when you open the red ore blitz, you guys get a head start. It's like, nah, who cares, mate? Who cares? Twitch K91 for conversions. Michael Channer, literally no one thinks Black Order's arena meta is a good idea. Of course I can do it anyway. Dixie Normus said Australian's not a race. How dare you? Thomas, how are you, mate? Hi from the Czech Republic. Hey, man. Welcome to the stream. I was in your beautiful country last December, man. I had a wonderful time. Actually, was it last December? No, I'm lying to you. It was the December before. And that was one of my favorite places to stop off in Europe, man. So, yeah, I'd love to be going back to your country again at some time, for sure. Bronzy64, how are you, man? How many 7 red stars did I get? So here's the question. Answer me this. Why is everyone going to town on all their red stars today? Like, I get that it's all better, but Black Order is coming out, like, you know, over the next couple of weeks. Save your orbs, dudes. There's no reason to open them all right now. I mean, I know that we've got, what, 3%? What's the bonus at the moment? Orbs. It's like 3% on a bunch of characters. Scientist MJB, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, my man. Ola, just stopping to renew my sub. Oh, dude, thank you very much. How's work going for you, brother? I know you must be really busy. Christophe Newt, hi from France. Love France as well. Although last time I was in France, which was on that same trip, yeah, that was when you guys were having the riots. So we have really cool photos of Paris where there is no one at the Eiffel Tower. It's just us and empty streets. And yeah, let's just say that we were stuck in a hotel for most of that, and I have a baby now. So technically our baby is French. Not really, but do you know what I mean? Noah says more YouTube streams, please. It'll be my pleasure, man. I apologize that I don't really understand what's going on with the two together. I'm going to try and get all that chat into one place tomorrow. I'm going to figure this out. Now, Bronzy, the other reason I didn't open all my red stars today is that I've been playing this game for many, many days now, and I know Fox Next. I don't trust, and this might sound a bit negative, but I don't trust that everything they said they changed, that they changed. I have a feeling that there's a lot of odds in that haven't really changed as yet. Edgar's, tell the cool story to tell your kid. I'm sure my kid wants to hear about how she was conceived. I don't think that's going to be a fun chat for her on her 21st birthday in front of all of her friends. I mean, I'm going to do it. Don't get me wrong. All right, where are we sitting here? 2 to go. I like it. Gold medal, how are you, man? Bronzy, jokes on me. You pulled a 4 red star Iron Fist. Mate, you just broke the game. I think I'm just going to have to unsubscribe from the whole, just from life, really. That's a wonderful pull. Iron Fist, man. I would have been so glad back in the day to have gotten that pull, though. How the world has moved on, huh? What do I want to do here? Let's put a bit of this. Let's put a little bit of this. And maybe an Ultron. Yeah, why not? McCrapshine, what a name. I'm opening nothing red storms until BO drop boost percentage. Yeah, me too, man. You're in Denver and it's snowing? Yeah, my podcast partner Roy last night was saying the same thing. It's snowing wherever he is. I want to say Michigan? I don't know. I don't really listen as much as I should. Edgar Bow says, talk about it on the wedding day. John Peterson asked, would I do Whale Wars with Casino? So I was in one of the first ones, believe it or not. I'm a little bit of a nerd in the sense that I don't want to encourage people to buy red stars. I have a pretty strong anti-loot box stance. This is not the game to play when you have that stance, of course. So Cass has invited me many times. I love working with Cass. He's a great guy. He's a fun guy to hang out with, especially during Whale Wars. But I don't want to glorify red star pulls, my man. So I won't do a Whale Wars video because of personal beliefs, my dude. I think loot boxes and gambling are harmful to kids, and I don't think they should be able to play them. That's as much as I'm going to go into that topic, but that's the reason why I won't do a Whale Wars again. I'll work with Cass on anything else, though. Love to. All right. Who said they were from Vegas? I swear I missed a comment. Brian Fukuzawa. How are you, man? Vegas I would love to go to, man. I'm in, like, the Middle East in Vegas, which is Dubai, but it's not quite the same. They just built a... what's that big casino you guys have there? What's the big one that everyone knows? Caesar's Palace. They've built a replica over here at the moment, but it's nowhere near as awesome looking as what you have. Not the Bellagio 3 ver. No, the whatever it is I just said. Jonathan went from jokes to serious crap. We're going straight back to jokes, man. Someone asked me a question that I had to answer seriously, but don't worry, man. We're all fine. Shadowwish, you got a lot of raid credits saved? I do, yeah. I'm a little bit of a tight ass in that I try and save everything that I have for when I absolutely need it. So yeah, I'll hoard. I've got plenty of T4s ready for Black Order. I've got about 2,400 left, and then we're ready to go. Red Prime Origin asks, where is my Stitcher is Meta t-shirt? There is a person you need to talk to about that, and his name is Piker, because Piker is officially in charge of Alternerd Reality's merch department, which currently doesn't exist. But if he wants to make it, I'm on board. I'd love that t-shirt to be in existence. Red Prime Origin, while I'm on the same topic, I wrote a parody song about Stitcher to the tune of Toss a Coin to Your Witcher. And I sent that to Big Roy Awesome, who claims he's a good singer, about a week and a half ago. So please, 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 everyone, put massive amounts of pressure on Roy to say, put your money where your mouth is. You said you're a singer. Chewy's written the lyrics. It's all good to go. Where is my song? Do it. What did Piker say? X-rays, hi, man. You know I'm a quarter Malaysian? Really? I mean, I'm really tired right now. Brian Morton, how are you, man? Thanks for all the helpful content. Wish your schedule would allow. Look, man, I'm really sorry. Yeah, I'm based in the Middle East at the moment. It's such a weird time frame that I don't really get to hang out with so many people that I'd love to with streaming, because my time being online is at such a different time to everyone else, yeah. So I think Corvus Glaive deal's coming today. I hope so, man, because yeah, I'm getting an itch to open some new Red Stars as well. But more importantly, man, I want to see Corvus and Proxima just going hard. I think that putting them with Kingpin is going to create this really dumb assist team, almost like a villain brawlers. I really want to make that happen. So we'll see. Pathfinder, how are you, mate? John Ward, am I in lockdown? Bro, we're in extreme lockdown. I have been outside of my house for 15 minutes on one day, which was 3 days ago, to get something from the pharmacy. And that's it in 5 weeks. I am officially going stir crazy. I'm going out of my mind. And work is busier than it's ever been, because when people know you're working from home, they call it any time they want, my dude. So yeah, it's pretty nuts out there. All right, so arena's done. I do apologize, guys. By filming that video, it means a lot of my raid nodes are already done for today. But tomorrow's stream, we'll make sure we got a lot more out for you when we go for the big 100% Ultima 7 tomorrow. Maybe. All right, Big Spartan says, can Corvus come today with the new tunes with increased red drop rates? See, I think that would be wonderful overlap. I'd love to get a symbiote Spidey if I missed out on Corvus. How good would that be? Eric Spears, how are you, man? Thank you very much. I'd love to do more content, but unfortunately, I do have a full-time job that keeps me way busier than I'd like to be. I'm a new dad in my first year of trying to figure out how that all works as well. So we get it out when we can, man. And I'm very lucky that I have some good people. Pathfinder saying, is the chat on YouTube only? No, man, I've got 2 screens up right now. I've got YouTube here. I've got Twitch over there. I've got it all coming through. It's not ideal, but I'm going to get it through into one chat tomorrow. Grimnos, it's even worse working at home with young kids. Bro, you are so right. I know that, Grim, you and so many people warned me last year of like, your life's going to change, man. And it's like, sure it is, buddy. Sure it is. And yeah, of course I didn't listen to any of you because, well, let's face it, I'm arrogant and egotistical. That's why I'm on YouTube and Twitch, so... Grimnos, is this my YouPorn chat? No, this is actually through my Chatterbait account. Later on, you'll see the after video in my OnlyFans. So, yeah. Rigging it up. Morning, mate. How are you? John Ward, that's crazy. Look after myself. We should rename Corvus for the pandemic. Coronavirus Glaive. It's not bad. That's not bad. Noriega, you don't listen because you dislike Fox Next. No. I have become that which I feared. Alberto, how are you, man? Why is no one talking about Squirrel Girl? Great question. Why aren't we talking about Squirrel Girl? She's not my favorite. Like, I don't hate her the same way that Cass does, though. But, yeah. Grimnos, do I need Grindr to set that up? I have no idea. Probably. I mean, I don't know why you're asking the question. You should be able to inform me of that. Noriega, she's going to be the Thanos counter. Hey, that'd be all right. Or either that or Ant-Man can finally become meta because he gets a new ultimate specifically against empowered Thanos where he can literally crawl up inside his anus. I'm not willing to let that meme die. I want it to come back. I want the Thanos to be reborn. BC Discman. So since you're working in Dubai, do they make you wear a burqa when you go out in public? Mate, there's so many misconceptions about Dubai and the UAE. It's way more liberal than people think it is. They accommodate Westerners far more than we accommodate Muslims in Australia, for example. Like, you know, over Easter, they've got stuff up celebrating Easter. They got things celebrating Chinese New Year. They got things celebrating, Indian holidays. They got things in pretty much any religion, any background, any faith. They celebrate it here. And I gotta love that, man. If you go to a beach here, you would be shocked about the skimpiness of some of the bikinis you would see. I'd say they would give South America a run for their money, my man. And Thanos powered. Yeah, man. Tino Bambuno, who's your favorite character and your favorite finishing animation? So my favorite character in the game right now would have to be, I'd say Hela. My favorite finishing animation, though, I'd say it's probably still Deadpool's shotgun animation, where he skips in and just shotguns people to the face. I don't mind the fastball finisher that Wolverine gets when he's paired up with Colossus. That's probably cool. My favorite character in the entire Marvel Universe, though, it's 100% Wolverine. Wolverine is my favorite character. When I wasn't a very, very fat Australian, I used to cosplay as Wolverine at Comic-Cons. So, yeah. Never a ripped one, just obviously an overweight one that just, strapped on some Lycra anyway. Hendo says massive blitz scores. Yeah, it's going to get nuts up in here, man. I think it's going to take a couple weeks before people can start predicting that accurately. 3Van, you should revive the cosplay. Bro Wolverine. We'll just start a theme that, like, we've had Fat Thor. The world now needs fat versions of all the other superheroes. I'm onto it. I like it. Fat Thor with Bro Wolverine. How would you make that a better word? Brolverine? Bronzy. Have a friend that works in Dubai. His wife left a purse in public. 2 days later, a person brought it to their house. Yeah, they really don't tolerate crime, man. I think this is officially the second safest country in the world. Because, yeah, people know what happens, man. Jonathan Collier says, Bro Logan. Well, I think you've just got it there. It's not Bro Logan. It's just Brogan. There it is. Brogan. I like it. Mr. Sinister's your favorite, Dino? That's awesome, bro. Sinister's pretty cool. Yeah. I wish I had a better thingo here. Pathfinder. So here's the thing. It looks like Kabam, with their Contest of Champions event, they decided to push ahead regardless of the fact that it got put back. We kind of know, pretty solidly now that we were supposed to be seeing a Black Widow event right now in game, but the movie got cancelled. So that's been pushed back to November. And I think that's why the Black Order wasn't really finished until a little while ago, because they've brought that forward to replace the hole that they needed for Black Widow. So I have a feeling that we will get a Black Widow event, but we're not going to get it now. That's going to be later in the year when the movie comes out. I wonder if Wolverine's healing factor prevents coming fat. I mean, if it is, that's definitely my first wish when I find a genie out in that desert, man. Edgar, overweight superheroes and villains work for everyone except for Blob. That's really cool. Hendo, you're at 25 mil this blitz, no playing games. 25 mil. Oh my God, brother. I wish I had that patience. You, sir, are a Spartan. Duravenom625, how are you, man? Where's Pablo? Who got older? Who got old? Me? Accurate. He couldn't cut the fat off and heal. See, that's what I'd be more concerned about. If you got fat, then you'd stay fat forever because you just keep on healing the fat. The Toasted's at 27.3 mil so far. Oh, Old Man Logan's awesome. That was one of my favorite characters in Contest of Champions, man. He wasn't like meta or anything, but Old Man Logan was just... I love the fact that he was in there. Did I see Jay is at 42 mil? Oh my God. That is insanity, bro. Jock Salty Balls. What date is the Black Bolt event on? Was that supposed to be the 27th of April? Was that when I got pushed back? I'm sure someone's going to tell me I'm wrong. Wes, why does everyone talk crap on Strife? His ult put ability block on 3 people. It's just the rest of his kit, man. He's deathly slow. He really only does anything when he's with Sinister. But the main reason that Strife has kind of pooped on a fair bit is his base stats. His armor and his health are nowhere near other tanks at the same tier. And he really lets that Marauder team down because of it, bro. Ali 2540. How are you, man? What's going on? I'm doing okay. Going a bit crazy. Nameshi, surviving that old is impossible. Truth. Discman, I thought about having the Chinese Blitzbot become your official YouTube sponsor. Asking for a friend. Wait, they're not sponsoring on my ads, are they? On my videos? I know I've seen them on other creators, but that would make me feel bad if they're doing that with mine. I feel like we rag on them weekly on the podcast. I'm hoping to keep them away. If Strife was War O and not D, it'd be a lot better. Do you know what? I think that's a fair point. I think Sinister is way better on offense than he is on defense because you can pick who gets what. Wes Hargett has a 7 red star Korath. Man, Korath is one of those characters that if you have the right red stars, he is insanely good. I'm very jealous of that pull, man. Valley Flying, here he is. They are popping up on mine as well. No. How are you, brother? I mean, I guess it was inevitable, right? They're just tagging all MSF creators. Morgan says you got a 7 red star Korath also? Dude, I'm so jealous. I played so many days, and there's still no 7 red stars. Hulk fist bump says got a plan, Stan. Ali, all good. Weekend already, nothing to do, just chilling at home. I know them feels, man. I know them feels. We're just going to hope that the lockdown is starting to ease up somewhere in the next week or so. I mean, we can't do it early. We need to wait until people are healthy. I get it. But from a very selfish point of view, Chewie wants to go outside, man. Chewie just wants to see the daylight again. All right, I'm going to get destroyed by this team. I don't even know why I took this matchup because this is just bad ideas. Let's just let it die. Let's just retreat on this one. Big Spartan 34. 7 red Korath, turn 1 vaporize my 70k Loki. See, I think that a 7 red star Korath with a 4 red star Ultimus, that is not a pair that you can underestimate. It's a ludicrous. The real Evening Chew, greetings from Scotland. Keep doing what you do. Hey, man. Scotland is one of those places that I never got to when I lived over in the UK. And it's always bothered me because I love Scottish people. You are very similar to Australians in that we get drunk and we get angry. I mean, not all of you, but most of us. Whopperjaw, I thought your only 7 red couldn't suck more. My Boomer was the only 2 not to increase power. Okay, so with the Boomer, bear in mind that you have to upgrade something on the character possibly before the scores update. So don't worry about that. It might have gone up. It's just that it takes a while to come in. Valley's good at having messages appear in chat for dual streams. Valley, teach me your ways, man. How do I get chat from 2 streams in one place? Because as you know from teaching me back in the day, I know nothing. Chocks or balls, did I get to Dublin? Heck yes, I got to Dublin. I got well drunk in Dublin. We did the southern loop of Ireland. So we started off in Dublin, went right down and up to the other side. What's the city on the western coast? And then basically straight back across the middle. Didn't get to Northern Ireland, unfortunately. But I loved Ireland, man. You guys can drink. And the average band that you guys had at most of your bars, man, some of those guys should be like worldwide famous. Unbelievably talented musicians, man. Galway. Galway was awesome. Cork was great. What's the one halfway between those two? 2 streams, 1 chew. Jonathan, that's South US as well. Cool, man. Wolverthor needs Valley guidance as well. I'll have to message Valley afterwards and see if he will help me. BC Discman. See, you've made good points. Never cross the streams. This is what happens. I was having to bounce left and right, like, you know, someone holding out a tennis ball in front of a puppy. Never cross the streams, Ray. Ray. It's looking right at me, Ray. 5 red star Ultimus is 1 attempt or 2 attempts of DD3. It is the first attempt at DD3, my man. You have to get your track shoes and head to Walmart for a cable. Oh, what? Valley, where am I at? Am I in Dubai or in Australia? I am in Dubai, and because we made the decision to stay here, man, since both countries have shut their borders, I am now stuck here. I can't go home even if I wanted to. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting year. But as Ali said, Dubai is the place to be. If you have a look on the worldwide testing numbers per capita, Dubai, man, like the whole of the UAE, they lock down properly. Like they're door knocking on people's houses right now because they'll go, so you may not be aware of this, but you interacted with someone that had COVID about a week and a half ago. We're here to test you. Please stay home for the next week. We'll let you know if you have it or not. If you have it, we'll take you into a hospital. If you don't, stay home. You're all good. So they're doing contact tracing. So yeah, the UAE's done lockdown properly, man. Yes, it's frustrating. Yes, it's not fun because you can't even go out for a run. In my case, a roll. But look, it's the right thing to do for the people. So I think they've handled it better than Australia, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure, 3Verm, but I've heard they mandate hospital, depending on the severity and the symptoms, of course. If you've got mild and no respiratory, then yeah. But if you're in a household where there's other people, they have no choice but to quarantine. Jonathan, the track shoes thing is a reference to the casino stream. Oh, okay. So I don't know if you listened to that story that he told on Valley stream, but that same guy, I spent an hour and a half trying to teach him how to get ready before he went to Cass so he didn't waste Cass's time. And then when I heard that story afterwards, I'm not going to lie, I was not surprised. That was, yeah. You know how, I don't know if you guys have had this, but when you're talking to like your middle-aged mum, where she's like got a computer for the first time, and she calls you, and all you want to do is like stab a hot needle through the tip of your urethra, because that seems like more fun than trying to talk that person through the internet at the other end. That's what it was like with this guy. The fact that Cass like had the patience to do that for 3 hours, bro, that's crazy. Noriega, contact tracing is needed? Yeah, man. It's what we need to fix this. Richard Reichin, so I want to go to teach abroad. I should look into Dubai, is what you're saying? Dubai is a hell of a fun place to be, man. If you end up here, let me know. I'll be more than happy to take you around Dubai. It's a wicked country, man. I really recommend visiting here at least once. They want to have the biggest things, the fastest things. Yeah, it's just such a cool city, man. And it changes all the time. Lala knows. Something weird is happening. I spoke to support about Ultron not reviving in Ultima 7. Currently in the middle lane. Can you play one to see what happens? I'm already gone past that, unfortunately, mate. He shouldn't be not rezzing, though. Havoc's contact tracing and antibody testing. See, the antibody testing is what we really need to go back outside. I think people that have had a negative COVID test currently with a antibody, yeah. Insane Native was on all night, went bananas. Went bananas how? Zach Miro, sorry, I missed your thing. Greetings from Italy. Yeah, man, Italy's a beautiful country as well. Was there a couple of years ago. I've been to Rome before that. Yeah, man, stay safe over there. I know things are pretty rough in Italy, man, so I hope you and your family are okay. I think Liechtenstein are offering everyone a biometric tracker to make contact tracing easier. That's kind of awesome. I mean, I do worry that like I've seen too many sci-fi movies to know that it can go dark side pretty quick, but I love that. Why am I not able to change my teams in Blitz with those arrows? I'm still old school. Oh, I'm Jay. So what you want to do, remind me of that question as soon as I finish this Blitz, and I will totally answer that for you, because I was silly as well. I didn't know where it was. Grimnos, when do these rates go away? I don't know. I'm kind of hoping they overlap with Corvus, because that would be cool. It's Black Mirror come to life. How true is that? How true is that? So much of what's going on right now are either in video games or shows over the last couple of months. Iceski06, hey, what's going on, mate? Sorry, I was in Dubai for a week when I was in the Navy. Didn't really explore past the base. So many people come to Dubai. They go to the mall, they go to the top of the Burj Khalifa, and then they go home, because they're flying somewhere in between. And they miss so much of the cool stuff, like the desert experiences or the wildlife. There's so much cool stuff in the UAE, man. Should you get the $35 offer? Which offer's that, man? That's pretty expensive. Benicus, you know Mia Khalifa? That's definitely not the same thing. Plus, she's Lebanese, I want to say. Wait, I mean, who's Mia Khalifa? That's the correct response. Don't tell my wife. I'm kidding, she knows. JBR is amazing in summer. Yeah, I used to live one street back from JBR for my first 2 years here, man. I miss walking down to that beach every morning. I really do. She's Lesbianese? Yeah, she's definitely Lesbianese. At least in some of the videos I saw. I mean, heard about. I mean, you told me? UK has another 3-week lockdown. Gonna go insane. Oh, bro, whereabouts in the UK, yeah? Open my Red Star orbs? No. I'm saving them for Corvus Glaive, my man. I want me some Black Order. How did I mess this up so badly? I'm talking too much between, like, 2 screens. You're in Wales? I've never been to Wales. I've heard good things, though. I love the Welsh accent. There's a hairdresser near here that has a Welsh accent, and I very much like listening to her talk. She's at least Lesbianese adjacent. You guys crack me up. I like it. Iron Loki, do I like the new Red Star rework? I like it more than I don't like it. There's some things that I'm concerned about, and I need to open some orbs before I confirm some theories. She's Lebanese and that gun cat tattoo. Yeah, I've heard she's not necessarily welcome back home these days. New York is now on pause until May 15th. Man, shout out to New York, man. That's a town doing it tough, man. Stay safe if you're in New York, man. PH Premium is lit. Man, do you have to pay for that? Or are they giving it away free? Not that we can promote that safely. I'm gonna get banned from YouTube for like my first stream. And this is the tame version of me, as most of you would probably know from previous streams. I'm trying to behave myself on YouTube, man. Lebanese girls and the new half Asians. So Lebanon, or Beirut especially, is like one of the plastic surgery capitals of the world. Like a lot of people go to Beirut to party and get work done. So there is a lot of plastic fantastic in that town. BC Disman, only time Chew's been to Wales is when he opens his wallet for FN. I am the whale. Just call me a humpback. Man, at law, you have to, if you go outside without a mask, they'll ticket you. Same here. You have to wear masks now. And you have to wear gloves as well. But the downside is everywhere's sold out. So what they're doing now is when you go to supermarkets, they give you some of those, like, you know when you go to Subway and your sandwich artist has like those really plasticky gloves? That's kind of what they've got. Valley Flying, just got to get to just Twitch so you don't need to behave. Yeah, look, I'd love to do that, man. But the problem with Twitch is just that there's just nowhere near the same level of exposure, man. Like, I love hanging out with people and trying to build stuff up a little bit. But yeah, unfortunately, the views, I think I've peaked out at like 100 for my time zone. My time zone is the real problem. So, and the fact that I don't have any talent. It's probably that combination. Abhishek, play DD3. I've already done that today too, my friend. But tomorrow, obviously, I'm keeping a lot more open since we've done the test stream today. Learned some lessons, but yeah. So Valley, I'm going to send you a message after this if you're keen, man. What I need is about an hour and a half while you try and teach me the internet while I go to Walmart to get a piece of tech, if you're cool with that. Oh, don't get me wrong. I've been unbelievably blessed by this community and guys like you and Cass helping like people point towards where I am, man. Oh, this is going to be disastrous. Nah, let's do it anyway. Especially at that time of day, Valley, I've never been upset with that. So, okay, how long was today's run of DD3? Well, I mean, longer than my average in the sack, man, but that's not really saying much. Today was longer because everything seemed to survive another hit or two. I think Red Stars is having a much more profound effect than I thought. Ali, it's Corvus Blitz after BB or before? Before, I think, man. Dagger, should be safe to go out if I wear my Thanos gauntlet. Oh, how have I not done that yet? Next time I get out of the house, man, instead of wearing a glove, I'm just going to ask for one glove when I go to the supermarket and just wear that instead. That's a great idea. That is a great idea. Dale Osborne, 30 seconds? 30 seconds? That is a compliment, my friend. That's like enough time for me to cuddle after. Brody boy subscribed at tier 1 for 2 months in a row on Twitch. Thank you very much, mate. That is much appreciated. And welcome back for a second month. I'm glad I didn't scare you away. Yeah, I don't know why we're doing this. Let's just get out of that. BC Disman, doesn't YouTube pay more than Twitch anyway if you're able to be monetized? I haven't actually looked into monetization for streams on YouTube yet. It's something I'm going to look into if people want me to keep streaming on YouTube. So, yeah. Blog rates, how are you, man? On YouTube now? Trying to be. We're doing a bit of a test run today. If you, the people, want to see me back here again, we'll do it again. As long as you're using your track legs and hopefully the first Walmart has what I need, done deal, man. There's no Walmarts here, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to get on a plane, go over there, and then come back. Oh, Hendo. Yes, sorry, mate. Show the Blitz team cycling. Yes. I forgot. I'm an idiot. Thank you. John Flam, just got a 6 red star Black Bolt. Won't unlock until the month. Is he really that good? My man, he is. The hype is real, and it's justified. He is probably the best or second in the game. Dell's been says I can get YouTubed from work, but not Twitch. Yeah, a few people said the same thing. James Matz hit 40 mil in Ultima 7 with Hela, Ultron, Shuri, SS, and Minerva, and about to unlock Black Bolt. Who would you suggest you drop? You are gonna drop the Minerva, my man. Same as me. That's what I dropped to put Black Bolt in as well. And then once you get a good yo-yo, honestly, I drop Ultron. So a lot of people get into me and say, why would you take Ultron out of Ultima 7? All right? Who knows the answer to this? Let's have a school teacher's moment. Who knows the answer, children? Why is Ultron bad in Ultima 7? Toasted wins. The Toasted wins. The answer is time, ladies and gentlemen. Because he has so many minions, every single one of them don't really do too much. They just basically buff Ultron, right? Yeah, they've got some turn meter rewind if they live, but they don't live long enough. So because of that and the cooldowns, if you miss something, it's kind of bad, man. So yeah, Ultron is more of a liability at the very end game when you're trying to 100% Ultima 7. Ultron is too slow for the current meta. And Wapajora, that's a good point too. He doesn't have red stars. And he actually fell way more behind after today. That's a good point too, Valley. They can't really auto with Ultron. He always messes it up. Matt W, do I think his value is lower now that red stars are better? Absolutely, my dude. He's definitely worse because of it. He's still a great character. He's game-changing for everyone that gets him out of DD2, but now we're at a point where we're kind of moving on past that. But yeah, it's one of those things. Red Prime Pike is looking into t-shirts. Look, we've said for a while, I've always wondered about merch, right? There's part of me as an Australian that just sort of goes, if I ask someone to wear their t-shirt with like my face brand or something on it, it's like, I don't know. There's something about it. But yeah, we've been trying to think of some cool designs. And if people definitely want stuff, we're willing to do it. We don't want to charge like a wounded bull for it. We just wanted to do it in a way that made sense. So we've never really looked into merch until people wanted it. But the Stitch and Meta thing seems to be quite popular. So we're getting onto it. Captain D is actually losing a lot in power creep, the Red Star war. Yeah, you're not wrong about that, dude. Valiant Shoot is 14 mil, even high enough for the 3% mark? I don't think so, man. I think it's going to be well short, especially in Sif. BC. So Foxnet claims more save squads just too expensive. How much of an increase from their 150 million per year do they think to need to be viable? Isn't that the magic question? I'm curious to see what they declare at the end of their financial year this year. I wonder if they've beaten it. I mean, Tadano Mac alone has probably given them a good couple of $100,000. James Metz, thanks for the advice. Anytime, my brother. Feel free to join our Discord channels too, guys. If you want to have like chats and ask about stats and that sort of thing, we're more than happy to have you along. Mentioned SFML front with Stitcher as meta across the shoulder blades. That's not a bad idea. Dual branding. I like it. The only problem is technically Masters of Launch is not an alternate reality thing because Roy likes to do his own thing. So that's the only podcast that we do that exists outside of alternate reality. So it's kind of a alternate reality production, if you will. It's a weird system we have. Tom Adamovich, I hope I said that right. Adamovich. Yo, man, finally made a live stream. Pleasure to have you here, my dude. Thank you very much for stopping by. Yo-Yo replaces Ultra and Ultima 7. Thought it was Falcon. Yeah, it depends on the team, man. You only replace Yo-Yo in for Ultron if you have a decent Black Bolt. The reason you do that is that you want to use him as a dispelling machine. So if you have Yo-Yo, you literally get double the effectiveness out of your Black Bolt because he's going to take 2 turns every round and hits like a boss. TV Twitch champion. How are you, man? Is a new app up on Spotify? It should be. If it's not, let me know. We've had troubles with Spotify. Tell Valley I want purple Hulk Schultz with his face on both cheeks. There you go, Valley. Did you hear that? That's from Spartan. Been waiting for it all day. In Brizzy. Brizzy boy. How's things in Brisbane at the moment, mate? I have not been there since Christmas. Jitwen Wong, hi brother, love your podcast. Thank you very much, man. It's a pleasure for us to make, and thank you for listening to it. I've been waiting for it all day, Brody. Shite. Do you have YouTube? Because we have this second YouTube channel now, which is on ANR Podcast, and I've been loading them up there as well. So, Ali2540, a little info about alternate reality, if I can. Yeah, so, all right, let me tell this story. I've never really told it before today, and now this is the second time I'm going to tell this story. About 5 years ago, this story is going to be sad, but it's going to be awesome. Well, I don't know. Judge for yourself. About 5 years ago, my cousin, a young fella who I didn't really know that well, but he had a lot of life parallels to me when I was his age, about 21. And we saw a Facebook post of his come out of nowhere that just basically said, I'm sorry. And you know how you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach where you're like, man, someone needs to call that guy right now. And unfortunately, what he did is he drove out in the middle of nowhere and he did exactly what you think he did. So we went to his funeral. I flew home for it. And we did that, and it was terrible, as it always is. And we went to the wake. And at the wake, we were there for a while, and I was with my cousins and my uncles, and we're telling stories. And then I saw this young bloke in the corner. And I went up and introduced myself and said, hey, man, you okay? And he was crying his eyes out, this poor kid, about 19, 20 years old. And asked who he was, like, you know, why was he by himself? He can come sit with us. And it turns out those two had been gaming together since they were 14 years old. And he basically was trying to message his mate on PlayStation, couldn't answer it, found out he was dead. And he basically rang my uncle and auntie and said, look, you don't know me. I played video games with your son. I really want to come to the funeral. I'd never met him before, but I feel like I've known him for a decade or nearly, and I need to say goodbye. So this kid drove 2,500 kilometers across Australia to a town in the middle of nowhere to go to this kid's funeral and to say goodbye, right? And he told stories about him that we had no idea, like, you know, how funny this dude was. He was showing us like videos they used to make between themselves. And there was 4 kids there that were in the same boat. They'd driven and flown from different parts of Australia, had never met my cousin, but were far more devastated than anyone else in the room because they knew him better than anyone else. And if that didn't identify the kind of gaming community that I kind of grew up with, like some of your best friends are people that you met through gaming, and then like later in life you've caught up with them sometimes, maybe you haven't. And I remember that, like how awesome that was, like that those people have been brought together by gaming. I always wanted to build some kind of community, and I didn't really know how to do it. So the Masters of Launch podcast was the first time I sort of saw an opportunity to do something to sort of, you know, try and bring a little bit of fun to people's lives while playing video games, because that's one of the things I get the most fun of in life. And so then when we had a chance, I met Hebrew Hammer, who was from a different podcast, and we started getting along, and we had these ideas about expanding and doing different games and trying to do, you know, like almost like the video game magazines and websites we read and you know, watched growing up for advice and building a community around that. So yeah, we kind of started it a couple of years ago. Then we got very lucky that we had Piker come along, who is just an absolute genius when it comes to graphic design, when it comes to you know, the editing that he's done for me recently in some of these videos. If one of my videos looks like it's just ripped straight out of the game, I did it. If it looks like someone was professionally doing marketing, he did it. So that's basically what Alternerd reality is. It's myself, Hebrew Hammer, and now Piker's one of the newcomers that's sort of doing some work with us as well. But honestly, dude, yeah, that's the kind of gaming community I want. So we've had complaints on our Discord server from time to time where someone will come in, they'll be a real troll, and I'll kick them out. And I'll say, look, man, we don't do that here, right? Here, we talk about games, we support each other, that sort of stuff, but we're not here to tell people to go kill themselves and that sort of stuff. It's not what we do. It's not the kind of community I want. So yeah, and another part of that's going to come soon is Gamers with Grit, because obviously I am a relatively large gentleman. I need to lose weight, man. And a lot of gamers are in the same boat. So yeah, we're going to kind of do like a little bit of a health and gaming type hybrid. So sorry, I know I missed a lot of comments there, and it's a very long story that you probably didn't ask for, but that's basically what started Alternerd reality. That was the idea. It's about this big at the moment. We're all doing this part-time. It's probably all it will ever be, but we're having a hell of a lot of fun doing it, man. So yeah. My apologies for the long story. Zake, technically it did. And then I stopped, and then I started, then I stopped, then I started. And yeah, and every time I restart, I say I'm the fattest I've ever been. And every time, that's true. Because, yeah, I've let so many things become excuses. So yeah, man. Once this whole lockdown's finished, I've got a bike there that's brand new, ready to go. Yeah, time to basically get rid of fat chew, my man. Ali 2550, that's the goal of gaming these days. It's great what we have now. Look, man, we're having fun. We really are. And we're real lucky, man. Batting, great story, but very sad. That's probably the first time I told that story without crying. I actually did cry a little bit today when I was telling this story to a fella offline, actually. So, yeah. Because, yeah, anyway, it is what it is. Let's get back to fun stuff, shall we? Let me just catch up with people. All right. So, got a plan, Stan. Got a Carnage and event I'm not strong enough to use yet, but you've heard good things. Instead of running SSM with Hella Shuri SS, getting 20k every run. I don't think they are, what do you call it? I don't think they're going to be as meta as we'd like them to be. I think there's one missing piece from that Spider-Verse team that ties them together to be an epic raid team. But yeah, it'll get there. The real Kevin Smith. First of all, I love that name. I love Kevin Smith. I have loved him since I saw one of the first movies in high school, man. What's my model name on Chatterbait? I think it's... What did we say it was before? Bogan, Bro Logan was Brogan. Why don't I call myself Joe Brogan? There you go. Done. That'll be my Chatterbait name. Nailed it. Red Prime. Makes you want to go to the Patreon? Oh, look. None of that was intended to make money. Please don't donate because I told a sad story. Like... Yeah, I mean, if you want to donate to anything based on that story, go to a site called Beyond Blue, which is basically something that supports men with depression and, you know, tells blokes that it's okay to be sad and to cry sometimes, that sort of thing. Like, in some cases, it's harder to do that and admit that shit's not good. Yeah, from that story, donate to them, not to me. The Logan Bowski, I like it. The Big Bro Bowski. All right. Spartan went from bodybuilder to dad bod, then same boat as you with the ups and downs. I need to stop it now, man. I'm getting too old because I've done the same thing. Like I've gone to like powerlifting. I was in a few different martial arts all the way through high school and early university before I blew out my shoulder. I'd love to go back to that, man. But I went back to BJJ about 18 months ago, and every time I grappled, man, my shoulder just lit up like a Christmas tree. I love it, man. Mike Chatter, I love Chew the way Chew are. That's what I need to do, man. We need to have alternate reality Hallmark cards that you can give to your girlfriends or boyfriends, whatever you're into, really. Gohan 1645, have an alley train. How about you and Valley Train at the end? Relive his Baywatch scene with a Skinny Chew. That's not a bad idea. Actually, Valley, someone the other day was asking me if I would beat you in a fight in BJJ. And I said, I'd have a better triangle choke than you would, but you'd kick my ass in every other way. Is Uncle Bot a thing? I'm sure it is. I mean, Uncle's one of those weird words because it has a lot of bad connotations these days. But then again, so does Daddy, right? World's gone weird, my man. I need to go back and say some thank yous. I told that story and didn't acknowledge a bunch of followers, guys. Bear with me, I'll come back to that. BC Disman, best explanation of C-theory I've heard so far is just confirmation bias. Yeah, for me it's basic psychology, right? Is that you want to try and take control over things. Why did I kill that? You want to try and take control of things that you have no control over. That's basically what it is. I'd love it for it to be real. I'd love to know a way that I could finally get a 7 red star. I've said to Roy and Remenex in the last week, hey, I've got 56 red orbs right now. Prove to me that red star seed theory exists. And they both said, if you don't get a 7 red star, you'll say it's a failure though. And I said, that is correct. If I don't get a 7 red star, what's the point? Zodiac, what's your thoughts on Brock Lesnar from WWF to UFC? He did that already. I mean, he was dominant when he went to was it K1 that he came up through? His first fight was like 16 seconds or something. Spartan, Valley could help you with health and you can help him enunciate words. What's wrong with his words? He speaks fine. Open 29 gold orbs. You saved and got 9.7 million gold. Yeah, I've got about the same, and I reckon I'm not going to get much more than that, man. Gold orbs are just, yeah. Taco King, make this a VOD. I missed the story, but shout out to saying it's okay for men to show emotions. Look, it took me a long time to grapple with that growing up in Australia, man. Like, you cry in Australia, be prepared for a lot of slurs, man. Because it's still not okay in Australia. But it's amazing that a lot of footballers now are coming forward and showing people that, you know, it's all fine. So, yeah, it definitely is, man. It's absolutely fine to do so. I mean, depending on what you're crying about. I'm Jay. Room equals rum. I'm not a big rum guy, hey. Bourbon is definitely what I drink, my dude, when I'm drinking. Why did I use that? That's confidence right there, not even using the alt. What a knob. Get ripped apart in Oz, not going to lie. 100% we do, mate. 100%. It's not as bad now as it was like when I grew up. But then again, we used a lot of language that you should not use. That is for sure. We just got taught a lot of words that you didn't realize how hurtful they were to certain people until you got a bit older. Same, nearly died. Stop caring. Mental health is a big thing. Needs to be destigmatized. Brother, absolutely. I've done Movember a couple times. I shaved down a few years back to get some money for men's health as well. So, yeah, I tried to raise money a couple times now for mental health in November. We should all do Movember this year, guys. What do you reckon? I'll shave down completely and we'll all grow the dirtiest mustaches we can. If your wife is not complaining about it, it's not dirty enough. It's not dirty enough. Zodiac Curse, 45 Red Star Orbs. You got 4 upgrades. Symbiote Spidey, though. I was a dupe. My bro. What's going on here? Have I tried Magneto, SSM combo and Ultima 7? Tried it now, kind of like it more than BB. Did you try it on the big one? What am I talking about? The Ronin node? Which lane are you in? Mufibu? The real Kevin Smith. Glad able to catch me. Been following content for a while. You sir are a ledge. Thank you very much, mate. That's one of my favorite Australian abbreviations, by the way. What a ledge. What a ledge. Terrence Stamps. Hey man, I'm liking this conversation. Look, we're trying to get serious too often, but somehow it's happened twice today. One of those days. I think I'm just getting emotional because I haven't seen daylight in 5 weeks now. Bennett Lax. Opened 30 Red Star Orbs after the increased rate on Symbiote. Didn't get a single person that had higher chances. It's only 3%. I don't love the way that they calculate that too, by the way. I'm going to lose this. Where they say 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 18% increased chance. That's not how math works. That's not how math works. That's so misleading, it's not even funny. Spartan Captain, wife and I both struggle with bipolar. Our fights can be legendary, but our highs are as high as you can get. That's going to be hard when it's 2 of you, man. Especially if you don't, like, sync up, so to speak. Or is it worse when you sync up? I guess I don't know. Terrence, speaking of symbiote Spider-Man, who would buy 50 shards for 34 bucks? Yeah, it's a bit steep. He's a great character, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'm not sure. Scott's Tots, how are you, man? What am I doing? Let's just lose this. BC Disman, your Symbi is a paper dragon. Currently only 4 stars, 3 reds, level 70, 66.4. At what stat does he become AP? I'd say probably like 4 reds or probably at 6 yellows. It depends on what game mode we're talking about. Dave Fogel, how are you, man? What's cracking? All right, now let me do the thing that I keep promising to do, but then people keep distracting me by me telling dumb stories. So people who are asking that they can't use Blitz like this, where you can go in and change your teams left and right, you have to go into your advanced settings. You have to go down to here, and you have to manually click on cycle through save squads in Blitz menu. So sorry guys, I know you guys were asking about this. Taco King, Duarctic is a new YouTuber. I like his content. He's running SSB, Mag, Hella Supreme, and Shuri. I mean, it's a fine team. The main thing that's lacking is DPS. My only worry about that team is that it's great sustain and great mitigation, but I think it's probably a little bit too light on damage for my liking. For Ultima 7 anyway. For other things, it'll be awesome. Wow, it's easily with Terrence. He's such a good character. Yeah, a lot of them probably would have got it last time. X-Men, how are you? I heard in Corgi, $30 Strife offer cracked me up right next to Red Skull. Yeah. Wappajaw, have you tried the not envoy CC theory? Seems being one of them your limits your 7 reds. Only Valley has one. Not envoy CC theory. Well, I mean, I was an envoy. Now I'm not an envoy, and I still don't have reds, man. So I don't know what the thing is. Marco from the Banana Crew. How are you, buddy? Krieg Marshall. Hey, Chewburger. Love the content. You've got a G14 7 red star Thanos. You just won the game, my man. With new red star changes, should I keep hoarding for Corvus, Cull, and Ebony Maw? Yes. Absolutely, you should. If you get a 7 red star Thanos, if you can also get high red stars on Cull Obsidian, people are not going to be able to kill you, man. That's just the thing with that team. Brody boy, thoughts on Yo-Yo being an orb-only toon? I am furious. I am furious because there was some hope that with farming, I might have been able to get a 6 more. But my Yo-Yo's at 5, my Crystal's at 5. Even then, we're pushing, S uphill to get close to that. But Karnak, there's no way I'm getting him to 6. So yeah, this kind of sucks, man. Because yeah, it's not going to happen. And I opened all my premium orbs to get Hela and Sif ready in time. Big on. Hey, Chew, getting ads when I log into the stream? From where? For YouTube or for Twitch? Lionsmate has 7 red Thanos as well. Doesn't have the Asgardians. Oh, bro. On Twitch. All right, so I can explain that. I somehow, last month, completely missed the fact, because obviously I had a lot going on with work, that I hit Twitch Partner. So apparently there is now ads that I earn money from, but not really. So yeah, I got my first pay since then. Nothing changed. I think I got maybe 4 cents extra. So it wasn't much. Duarctic shows him running a complete Ultima 7 run with one-shots. So I'm going to call shenanigans on the Ronin node. There's no way he one-shot that. Congrats on Twitch Partner, Zodiac. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. How'd you jump with the Red Star rework? I went from about 5.7 to about 6.1. So not too big. I'll look into that team though, Taco King. But yeah, that particular team, the damage output that you need to clear in 5 minutes, I don't know how he's got it. Unless these all like 6, 7 reds, then in that case, maybe. I had an outside lane. Okay, that's a very different story. Outside lanes are way easier. But one-shotting the bosses with that team, I'd be surprised if they're 5 minutes. All right, I think I've done all the things I can possibly do in-game right now, folks. We're at that point. I have to save the rest of my raid energy for tomorrow because we're going for a big push. Now's the time for your questions, boys and girls. How can we help you in this game? What do you want to know? What do you want to see? Who I think is the most important Black Order member to get red stars on? I think Corvus, Thanos, Cull, Proxima Maw. All of them? Yeah. YouTube seems much better. Oh yeah? Why is that, man? Yeah, 6 red on SSM and Mags. Oof. Yeah, see, 6 reds on Symbiote Spidey. That's going to get you there. Black Bolt, Mirror. Hebrew Hammer, speaking of one of A&R's own. Welcome back, brother, with a Twitch Prime sub. That's what you call giving back to your own. He's same team and he's still donating. What a ledge. What a ledge. All right, order of importance. So right now that we know that the first thing that's going to happen in the Thanos team is that Maw is going to make Thanos take an immediate turn. He's going to immediately power, which means Cull Obsidian is immediately going to taunt for 2 turns. Because of that, because of the survivability you need for those opening turns, if you want to screw over Sinisters and things like that so they have to hit Cull, you want big reds on Cull Obsidian first. That's my honest belief. This is going to sound strange, but at the moment, I think that Ebony Maw is going to need the least amount of red stars to be effective. I would say it's probably Cull and then almost a 3-way tie between Thanos and Proxima and Corvus at this stage. I need to play them to know better than that. Is there a difference between quitting a raid battle and letting it time out? No, there's not. There's a difference between doing that and closing the app, though. Closing the app means that you get your team back and you get to have another track as if it never happened. Taco King, I'll stop at 3 reds for Corvus then. Try and go for 4. Cull has huge stats, definitely Cull. Yeah, that was our takeaway as well, man. He seems massive for a tank. He's got like the perfect tank kit. Little bit slow with the cooldowns, but now that we know the order, I don't think he needs it. Brand Camus, welcome to the stream, man. Is there any point in working on the Inhumans if Yo-Yo is not going to be farmable other than to bring him up to get any more? Good question. They're probably the best defensive team in the game right now outside of X-Men for War, and they are the hard counter right now for Red Skull. Not always, but mainly. So yeah, you're definitely getting him ready for the next one, but Yo-Yo and Black Bolt are definitely two you're going to work regardless. Red Prime, is Yo-Yo viable at low stars for Yo-Hobo? Yeah, absolutely. I started using her when she was still 4 yellow, 1 red, and then I got lucky to get a couple more, so. Zodiac Curse, I hear rumors through the grapevine Squirrel Girl's coming. I keep hearing that this week. Wasn't it Matt Sheets or someone talked about that on a stream? SG Truce, what up? Finally catching a live stream. Good video on Ultima 7. Thank you, my man. I'm much appreciated. I think it's probably one of the videos that put the least amount of effort, but I was excited to try a raid run as soon as Red Stars got updated. So I was excited. We got a couple of bigger, better videos coming the next couple of days. Hopefully the one that SJM is asking for, which is my new, well, it's not really new. A lot of people have done it, but it's my new aim for DD3. Hebrew Hammer, what are the rewards for DD3? Quit before I saw them. Basically, you're going to get a bunch of gold mats, a bunch of orange mats, gold mats, a bunch of gold, bunch of orange mats, some red stars, and you can take 2 characters of your choice up to 7, right? Is that the takeaway? Thought I don't leak often, so I'm staking claim to that one. Zodiac said, stop stealing my leaks. You the one that leaked Squirrel Girl, huh? I blame Wolverthor. Manthai Sai, any plans on doing DD3 in the stream? Unfortunately, mate, I didn't know if I was going to have a chance to stream today, so I did my DD3 runs earlier, but tomorrow I'll save that for you. So keep an eye out for the 30 seconds of where I run through that game mode. Ali, if the character's stunned, does it stop cooldowns from generating too? Yes, it does. And yeah, it stops energy, which is really good. Shalasta, current team is Ultima 7, is Yo-Yo, BB, Scientist Supreme, Shuri, and Captain Marvel. Is it swapping out CM for a Red Star hella better? It is, just because of the AoE, yeah. Squirrel Girl Hilo Brawlers. Makes sense. They kind of need one person to lift them back up, I think. Alberto says, Cerebro talked about Squirrel Girl on the last strike time. Fair play. What's my City DD3 dream team? Symbiote Spidey, Ghost Rider, Carnage, end of sentence. BC Dispo, is there any truth that Summoners are getting a rework? That's confirmed, yeah. So at the moment, the only characters in the game that directly affect their summons with red stars is Red Skull and I'm missing someone. Hela. And technically Sinister, but yeah, his are different, of course. What time are we on tomorrow on YouTube? So I normally try and stream at about 8:30 p.m. Dubai time. I'd love to know what that is in your time frame, my man. You said you're in Malaysia, right, Jit? What's the optimal arena defense team, Mobo? Right now, there is not one. Right now, every team in defense is counterable. Right now, Red Stars is the best defense. Unfortunately, that's what it is. Very shortly, though, it seems like it's going to be Black Order. They seem, with their kit on paper, wow, they seem like going to be crazy for offense and defense. What's the best T4s for the Symbiotes team? Piker, did we put out a graphic for Symbiotes? I feel like Piker did that one on here. I helped, but I think that's mainly his work. Let's have a quick look, shall we? Symbiote. All right. So for Symbiote, I'm pretty sure with him, it's like most of them. Because you want that health because it gives you what this team needs, which is survivability. You definitely want the slow for 2 turns. So you want that. This one here with the bleed, that's good if you have good red stars. Otherwise, yeah, you can kind of get away with that. But that's probably number 1 for me. You want the 2-turn defense down on his basic. That's probably the number 1 in that whole team. There you go. Piker has, if you have a look in the Twitch, let me copy this for YouTube, actually. Wait, why can't I copy this? How dare you? Why can't I copy this? Can you post it into the YouTube chat as well, please, mate? Is that all right, Piker? You're GMT +8. I'm GMT +4, I believe, in Dubai. All right, so the rest of these guys, Venom, it's definitely his ult. Sorry, his special, because that gives you the 2 turns of bleed, which stacks up really well. I think later on you probably want this self-heal for him as well. It's okay. The rest of it is kind of damage, so it depends on your red stars. You know, they're all okay, but I think if you don't have big red stars, there's no point in that. For Carnage, it's definitely the speed bar is number 1. You 100% want that. I get torn about what to do with his ult. It's on such a massive cooldown. Oh, sorry, no, his ult's good. Do the ult, but it's the special, right? Which one's the one that removes it? Yeah, I don't like his special because you don't want to remove all those bleeds. They kill more than this actually does. So, yeah, I'd wait. Disman, Sinister was self-nerfed so that only his ult and no longer his passive to his clones. Should he get refunded the T4 for his passive? Look, he wasn't nerfed, but it was definitely a T4 that you were told you had to do that you didn't do. So I think there's a case to get a refund there. They probably won't offer it, but I think common sense would prevail that they should offer it. Jit, sounds good, man. We'll see you tomorrow. I was just about to say, how the hell did I post something? But Piker logged in, of course, and did it for me. Venom passive wouldn't be bad either. Yeah, I agree, man. Venom passive, I think if you've got a big one, it's definitely worthwhile using it. What did I just say? All right, do you think Ebony Maw will be Mystic? I do. I really do. I think he's going to be Cosmic Mystic for sure. Red Prime, Domino. I'd love to see Domino in this game. The Wolverine tie-in was also a Marvel movement on MCU one. What are you answering there? Oh, X-Force would be awesome. Oh, Brody Boy. Chew, who'd be better as my 5th in Ultima 7? 80k Hela or CM100? Hela. Hela's got that AoE, and she can reapply everything that you've done with Scientist Supreme. Thank you very much, Piker, by the way. Let me check Discord real quick, see if he's trying to message me. No, cool. No Yuki or Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Now, that's a fair point. If Yuki doesn't say hi Wade on her ults, I'm out. Blog Rate's been stocking up on Mystic gear just in case. I think you're probably safe there. I can't see him being anything else. All right. Any other questions I can answer for you guys before I start to wind down these streams? I will be back again tomorrow. I'm going to try and figure out this one chat, 2 platform thing. Hopefully I get it to work. That way none of you miss out. I'm really sorry if any of you asked me anything that I missed. Let me go back a little bit as well. So to Brand Chemist, Mr. Versatile, Banyan, Twitch Champion. Who else have I missed here? Captain D, Casino with a KH, Dare Venom 625, Stay Alive 99. Oh, Carino 11, thank you much for the donation, man. I'm really sorry that didn't come up or play a notification for me. I'll fix that tomorrow. And Twitch K91, thanks for the follow as well. Thanks for all that, guys. That was awesome. This was a fun first experiment. It felt non-stop because of the 2 different chats, but I like it. I like it a lot. All right, this Fox next will definitely be bio. I mean, it'll probably be tech. Everything's been tech in the last 2 years. At 6 stars on Sif and Grav, start spending war storage on orange gear for DD3. That's probably fair. It depends on what your goal is in DD3. Do you want to finish it in quickly, or do you just want to finish it? If you just want to finish it, there's no need to go nuts on DD3. You'll get there eventually. Is Falcon's ult worth the 2 4s? Doesn't make much of a difference to Ultima 7? Nah, not really. The special's okay. Caliban? Yeah, that'd be alright. What's up, Platyclism? Alright. Is it advisable to take a 2-star Yo-Yo to G13? Probably wait a little while on that one. We don't know if she's going to be farmable. If she ends up being a character that you cannot farm, I would probably say just wait, yeah. You've been slow hinting and leaking these, Wolverthor. Just leak it so it sounds so official, Wolverthor, that Foxnext has no choice but to make it happen. That's what we need to do. 100%. One other Marauder too, she better be hot. Oh man, crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right, boys and girls, I am going to get a run out of here. I'm going to be back on again tomorrow night. I'm going to try and fix some of the things we weren't able to do tonight. This was a wonderful test though, so thanks to you. We're not monetized there yet, but a like and subscribe goes a long way. And if you just watch one podcast episode, that helps us try and get eventually to that massive 4,000 hours that we need to get that second channel monetized. Look, we don't really push donations, but if you did have a good time, feel free to use your Twitch Prime sub. Doesn't cost you anything. If you want to sub to the Twitch channel, if you want to do a super chat, if you want to do a donation anywhere, you're more than welcome to, but it's never expected. We appreciate that you showed up for the stream.